Welcome back to Inside South Florida. Are you a recent college grad? Perhaps your children are. Well, here are some great tips from local entrepreneur Troy Hazard on what college grads need to know to make a killing in the job market. Well, it's been a while, Troy Hazard. It has been a while. Too long, my friend.
That's good.
Good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so I've got two interns in the room.
Yep.
On stamp, ready to take copious notes.
Yes.
We'll start with this statistic from Money Magazine. It takes 3 to 9 months for average college graduates to get a job. So, hey, backpack across Europe for a few months. You're not going to be getting a gig anytime.
Stay at the beach. Why not?
Go
It's sunny.
to the beach
yeah,
for a few
exactly.
months. Yeah, so why is it taking so long for these
Look,
college grads?
I think that it's just because everyone thinks it's easy. I've got my degree. It's all good. Someone will come after me. I'll have a job by Friday. But the reality is there's everyone else out there looking for a job at the same time. So if you're the last guy off the beach, then you're probably going to be the last guy in line for the job. And that's why I think it takes so long for these people to get into positions, because they realise that they've got to actually try a bit harder and scramble for that job because there's so many out there that are looking for it.
Is a part of it, are they holding out for maybe a better job than they should be going for at this stage? In other words, you have these top 5 rules, which we're going to get into.
Yeah.
But I guess the bigger question is, is it just take a job to get your foot in the door, or hold out for a job you really like?
Look, I think part of the problem goes back to what degree you took in the first place, because some people have just gone and grabbed a degree because they felt it's right. By the time they've finished studying, they're going, maybe this is not for me.
Right.
And so as a result, they find themselves in a position they don't necessarily want, or heading down a path they don't want to head down. So there's two parts to the story. I think that's part of it. I think the second part of it is, a lot of guys and girls are coming out thinking they want to be CEO by Friday.
Right.
And there's a lot more people in front of them in the line that are a bit smarter than them. So there's a bit of that.
It would be a drag to graduate with some degree and then go, oh man, that might have been 4 years of my parents' money wasted.
But how often do you see that happen, bud? There's so many kids that go down a path because it's what dad or mum said, or they get caught.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you in my field, in broadcast journalism, a lot of the people that I graduated with, some of my closest friends, I would say almost all of them ended up doing other things other than their major.
Yeah.
Yeah, and gave up fairly quickly on it. So, yeah, maybe too quickly. I don't know. But you've run several companies. You've worked in various different fields, and you have hired college grads.
Absolutely. So I've had 12 companies over 25 years. And my job has been the last interview in the line, so my team leaders would interview them first and I'd interview them last. Now, the difference being that I didn't get to college, I wasn't smart enough, didn't have the grades, so I'm the street smart interviewer that's sitting across the table from the graduate going, show me how smart you really are.
Right.
And that's got nothing to do with your degree. It's got everything to do with how intuitive you are, how aware you are of your surroundings. And so part one is really coming in and not really understanding who you're sitting across is your first mistake.
Yeah, because, and listen, we should say it's a great accomplishment to get a degree.
Sure, absolutely.
I mean, so
Totally
don't minimize it.
No,
right, but to your point, so when you have your top 5 rules, the first rule is be proud of the degree, but don't be arrogant about it.
Don't be arrogant about it, yeah. Because your interviewer might not have had the same privileges as you, might not place the same weight on it. Sure, happy you went and did some extra study, but show me how intuitive you are for your own future.
It's interesting that you mentioned you didn't go to college. So as a guy, who not been there, when kids come in and they say, well, I graduated magna cum laude, what are you looking for in terms of the street smarts? What are you trying to get from them to see that they'd be a fit for your company?
Look, I'm looking for attitude. I'm looking for what they want to be when they grow up, not who they are now. So I want to see if they've got a vision. What's your plan for the future? When you're sitting in your rocking chair at 70 years of age and looking back over your life, are you going to be proud of what you achieved because you knew where you were going? Because a lot of these guys and girls don't. They just launch themselves into a position and then scratch around trying to find their way. I want to know that they want to come and actually work for me because it's part of their vision. So I want them to have to think about that.
Would you rather have somebody be bold? Because in this guideline here is don't be arrogant.
Right.
So what I'm wondering is how confident is the appropriate amount? How confident is too confident?
Right.
Yeah.
Look, there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. Arrogance is ego, it's fear. Confidence is vulnerability, it's truth. It's someone who knows how to carry themselves but not put themselves in front of somebody in an arrogant sort of a fashion.
Okay, so the next rule here is surround yourself with smarter people than you. I love this one.
Right, yeah, look, if you're the smartest guy in the room, you're in the wrong room. One thing I've learned over the years is that I'm never the smartest guy in the room, and I'm okay with that, because if I can find the right people in the right positions, then they make me look smart anyway. So I'm encouraging these guys to go out there and, sure, you've learned a lot, but you're going to learn a lot every single day of the rest of your life.
Yeah, I would imagine it's sort of like less talking, more listening.
Right.
Right.
It is a bit, yeah.
The next one is if you want to get there faster, work longer. And then there's a statistic here: people who work 1 extra hour per day, I guess younger people, have a higher increase in wages.
Exactly. And look, I have a lot of people say to me now that I'm pretty lucky. I only work a few days a week. Yeah. I work 20 hours a day for 25 years. That's why I can be on the beach at 2 o'clock in the afternoon with my kids. The simplicity of it is you don't get any better by waiting for the result. You've got to be better by doing more of it. You've got to have that 10,000 hours, as Malcolm Gladwell says. Be the expert by being there more than anybody else.
Yeah, with our 2 interns, we don't even let them leave.
They live here?
Yeah, we chain them to their desks. We sometimes feed them.
Throw them
Sometimes
a
we
bone.
don't. Yeah, every now and then. And they're just here for a while until I'm like, you need a shower, please. Yeah. All right, so the next one, young and intelligent does not trump age and wisdom, which as an older person surrounded by these youngsters, that makes me feel good.
Yeah, it is. Look, we have a saying in our businesses, as a mentor, you have to learn how to learn while you teach. In other words, the guys coming into the business have got great ideas, they've got a new perspective, a fresh perspective, but they've also got to understand that you've been doing this for a very, very long time, and you've learned a lot over the last 25 years of doing it, and as a result, we're going to try and get these two worlds to work together. So please take my advice, but also tell me that you've got some great ideas to match that.
And then here's the last one. The party is over. Get out there and get a job. Yeah, get off the beach. Enough already.
Well, look, it's beautiful weather. Everyone's thinking another couple of days on the beach, there'll still be a job there when I get out. Probably not. People that are out there scrambling for it right now will be the first in line to that interview. And they're the guys I want to see on my doorstep as soon as college is over.
Now, I never did the whole backpacking across Europe thing. I mean, I graduated on Friday. Moved to Orlando on Saturday, started work on Monday.
Right.
But a lot of my friends, and their parents even said, go explore.
Have a rest, have a gap year or whatever.
But you don't subscribe to that. You don't think college kids should maybe just see the world for 6 months or something.
No, I don't think so. And look, the reason is you've had a lot of parties over the last 4 years anyway. Seriously.
Especially these
Right.
Yeah.
Let's not kid yourself. You've had a good time, you've learned a lot, but get into the workforce early because there's people out there chasing those jobs and you want to be first in line. You want to show me that you're really excited about coming to work for me.
Yeah. All right. So we've got a minute left or so. Let's talk about the book, Future-Proofing Your Business. We've had you on a couple of times to talk about it. There's so many different aspects of the book. For people who are thinking about getting it, give them the 101 on why they need it.
Right. So the simplicity of the book is it's about learning from the past, applying it to the future, applying it to the present, I should say, to prepare yourself for the future. Because we forget stuff. We go through a cycle in 2008 and we've forgotten about it already. It's going to come around again. There'll be a correction in a couple of years' time. So what did you learn in 2008 that you can apply to your business today to prepare it for tomorrow? That's the simplicity of it.
That's it. And how could they get it if they want it?
Amazon.com.
All right.
Simplest place.
And how do they get more information about you?
TroyHazard.com.
That's it, man.
It's pretty easy.
We're out of time.com.
No worries. There you go.
And interns go back to work. That's it. Good to see you, man. We'll see you again soon.
No worries. See you, mate.
You got it.